Okay.
Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order and ask everyone to stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic
to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible.
liberty, and justice for all.
Okay, reading and approval of the minutes for the meeting held on March 3rd, 2021. I'm assuming everybody's had an opportunity to review them. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opportunity for the public to address the board, agenda items only. Tracy?
We did not receive any agenda emails.
Okay. Proclamation Presentation 21-0080. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. I have the proclamation. Whereas approximately 50,000 to 100,000 Irishmen, over 75% of them Catholic, came to North America in the 1600s, and 100,000 more Irish Catholics arrived in the 1700s. Today, we honor the many achievements and contributions of Irish immigrants and their descendants living in Lackawanna County and in the United States. Irish Americans signed the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution and, beginning with Andrew Jackson, served as President of the United States. Whereas in 1978, the Irish Culture Society of Scranton was formed in Lackawanna County with the purpose of promoting Irish culture and arts and increasing awareness of the rich Irish heritage, culture, customs, and traditions of a century-old legacy. Whereas the Irish tricolor flag was designed to showcase three cornerstone elements of the country's cultural heritage and influence. Orange stood for the Irish Protestants, green for Irish Catholics, and the white stripe for the everlasting hope of peace. Whereas in recognition of the contributions made by the Irish community to enhance the quality of life in Lackawanna County, the Lackawanna County Board of Commissioners raised the tricolor flag of Ireland, and that was on March 7th that we did that, 2021. Now, therefore, we, Jerry Natariani, Chris Shermack, and I, Debbie Dominic, Commissioners of the County of Lackawanna, Pennsylvania, do hereby acknowledge and proclaim March 1st through March 31st, 2021 as Irish Cultural and Heritage Month in Lackawanna County.
Thank you.
Okay. Resolutions. 21-0077, approving current payables.
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby approve the following payables. Lackawanna County's General Fund, numbers 317-869-3184572 inclusive, and totaling $4,018,227.97. Electronic fund transfers, including all payroll accounts, totaling $7,584,912.66. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner.
I'm assuming everyone has had an opportunity to review the payables. Are there any questions from anyone?
Nope.
Do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-0077?
Make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution number 21-0066, entering in an agreement for the workers' compensation claims third-party administrator.
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby enter into a professional services agreement with the Workers' Compensation Claims Third-Party Administrator with AmeriHelp Casualty Services Incorporated, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A 3-year term to commence on April 1st, 2021 and end on March 31st, 2024, at a price not to exceed $3,500 per month with an annual $4,000 administrative compliance fee. Adopted at the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner, here to speak upon that is our Director of Risk Management, Mr. Rick Jones.
Hi, Rick.
Good morning, Commissioners. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
You too.
Thank you. Just some background information. The county has been under contract with AmeriHealth over the last 12 years as our workers' comp third-party claims administrator. They do a fantastic job for us. They are affiliated with Independence Blue Cross, so we save tremendous amounts of money on our workers' comp medical expense bills because of the affiliation with Independence Blue Cross and their providers. The fee for this year, for the 3 years, is going up from $42,000 a year to $46,000 a year, and that pricing is locked in each year for the next 3 years. Are there any other questions?
No,
No. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-0066?
motion.
Second.
On the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Have a good day.
You too.
Resolution number 21-0067, approving an addendum for the Office of Youth and Family Services. Brian?
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby approve the addendum to the professional contracts for Northern Tier Research with the Office of Youth and Family Services for the fiscal year 2020-2021. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner, here to speak upon that is our Director of Human Services, Mr. William Browning.
Good morning, Commissioners. This addendum will allow us to continue to do drug testing for the rest of the state fiscal year, which ends on June 30th. We've had an increase in methamphetamine use, and so we've reached our contract cap by the end of January on this contract.
Anyone have any questions for Bill?
Not,
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-0067?
motion.
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Bill.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.
Resolution 21-0068, authorizing the revisions of local share grant program applications. Brian?
Whereas Lackawanna County is interested in promoting economic development and revitalization within Lackawanna County, and whereas Lackawanna County is submitting grant applications to the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development through the Monroe County Local Share Grant Program on behalf of various agencies as detailed. Number one, the American Legion number 328 Ambrose Revels in Archbold, $46,022 for roof restoration project. Number two, the Jessup Hose Company number two, $223,265 for the building addition. Whereas Lackawanna County hereby authorizes the chairperson of the Lackawanna County Board of Commissioners to sign and authorize all documents and accept any award related to this Monroe County Local Share Account Grant, and now therefore be it resolved this 17th day of March 2021, that the Lackawanna County Board of Commissioners is hereby authorized the submission of this application to the Monroe County Local Share Account Grant Program on behalf of the above named entities and their respective projects, adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner, here to speak upon that is our Director of Economic Development, Ms. Brenda Sacco.
Hi, Brenda.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
This resolution is just authorizing a revision of the LSA applications that we had submitted last year. When the state goes through and reviews the applications, they sometimes come back with questions regarding the budgets or scope. And in this case, their budgets had increased slightly. Therefore, the state has asked us to submit a resolution that reflects the new project costs that we're requesting in the grant applications. Any questions?
Okay, do I have a motion to approve 21-0068?
Motion.
Do I have a second
Second.
on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Brenda, but I know you'll be here for a little bit. Resolution 21-0069, authorizing the readoption of the Code of Ethics. Brian?
Whereas that the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby reaffirm the Code of Ethics as adopted here too. Now therefore be it resolved that the County of Lackawanna hereby authorizes the readoption and implementation of this plan to ensure compliance with federal and state law. Adopted at regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner, here to speak upon that once again is our Director, Brenda Sacco.
This is an annual plan and policy that's required through the Community Development Block Grant Program. And every year we are asked to readopt these plans. The Code of Ethics plan actually is a policy that's affirming a proper standard of conduct expected for persons who acts on behalf of the public. Examples would be county public officials, elected, appointed, or any employees employed by the county. Any questions?
No.
Okay, if no one has any questions, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 21-0069?
Motion.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Brenda, although you're up again. Resolution 21-0070, authorizing the readoption and implementation of the MBE-WBE policy. Brian?
Whereas it is the public policy of the County of Lackawanna to promote the opportunity for full participation by minority and women's-owned business enterprises in all housing and community development programs receiving funds from the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, and whereas the Lackawanna County Department of Economic Development has developed an MBE-WBE policy. Now therefore be it resolved that the County of Lackawanna does hereby authorizes the readoption and implementation of this policy to ensure compliance with federal and state law. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Once again, Madam Commissioner, here is Director Sacco.
This is also a policy and plan that is required by our Community Development Block Grant. It states that we require all grantees to promote women and minority-owned businesses during the procurement process. Does anyone have any questions?
Okay, do I have a motion to approve 21-0070?
Motion.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 21-0071, authorizing the readoption and implementation of the excessive force policy. Brian?
Whereas it is the public policy of the County of Lackawanna to promote the excessive force policy for federal programs receiving funds from the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, and whereas the Lackawanna County Department of Economic Development has developed an excessive force policy. Now therefore be it resolved that the County of Lackawanna hereby authorizes the readoption and implementation of this plan and policy to ensure compliance with federal and state law. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Once again, Director Sacco.
This is another plan that's required by our CDBG program. This policy states that we are enforcing a policy of prohibiting the use of excessive force by local law enforcement against individuals engaged in nonviolent demonstrations. Anyone have any questions?
Okay, do I have a motion to approve Resolution 21-0071?
Motion.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 21-0072, authorizing the readoption and implementation of the Section 3 plan. Brian?
Whereas the United States Congress passed Section 3 of the Housing and Urban Development Act of 1968 as amended to further the goal of ensuring the federal funds benefit the residents of projects funded wholly or in part by federal programs receiving funds from the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. And whereas Part 135 of Section 3 is to establish the standards and procedures to be followed to ensure that the objectives or Section 3 are met. And whereas the Lackawanna County Department of Economic Development has developed a Section 3 plan in adherence to 24 CF4, Part 135, that comprehensively addresses the standards and procedures prescribed by the act, in the act. Now therefore be it resolved, the County of Lackawanna hereby authorizes the readoption and implementation of this Section 3 plan to ensure compliance with federal and state law, and be it further resolved that the compliance manager of the Department of Economic Development is hereby designated as the Section 3 compliance officer for Lackawanna County. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Lastly, here is Director Sacco again.
This is another plan that we must adopt every year for the CDBG program. The Section 3 plan states that Lackawanna County will comply with Section 3 in its own operations and ensure compliance in the operations of its contractors when the activity relates to a Section 3 covered project. Preference must be given to hiring low and very low income persons and or businesses owned by these persons or that substantially employ these persons. Lackawanna County will adhere to the required efforts to provide Section 3 employment and contracting opportunities set forth within the plan. Any questions?
Okay, do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-0072?
Motion.
Second.
On the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Bye, Brenda.
Bye, have a good day.
See you, Brenda.
Yeah, have a great day.
Resolution 21-0073, entering into an agreement with United Neighborhood Centers, sorry. Brian?
Be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby enter into an agreement on behalf of the Lackawanna Susquehanna Office of Drug and Alcohol Programs with the United Neighborhood Centers of Northeastern Pennsylvania for the provision of drug and alcohol abuse treatment and prevention. Contract to commence on July 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner, here to speak upon that is the Drug and Alcohol Fiscal Manager, Ms. Liz Healy.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning. I am here on behalf of Drug and Alcohol to present and ask your approval on a contract between our department and the United Neighborhood Centers. This contract is to assist with housing services for individuals with substance use disorder. There's no cost to the county. The resources are greatly needed in the community, and we are thankful for your support. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Anything?
We have, Liz. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-0073?
Make a motion.
Second.
On the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Liz.
Thank you.
Resolution 21-0074, ratifying an agreement with the Right Center. Brian?
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby ratifying an agreement with the Wright Center for Community Health for the provision of the COVID-19 vaccine for county employees per the Pennsylvania Department of Health's vaccination plan. Adopted at a regular meeting, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Commissioners, I'll speak upon that. This was a contract that we signed in the middle of January 14th. To vaccinate our employees, and I should have sent the contract to Tracy to have it on the January 25th agenda and forgot to send the email to her. That's why we're ratifying it today, so we can end up paying any of the remaining bills that we owe to the Wright Center. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve 21-0074?
Moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Resolution 21-0075, approving the Scranton Tomorrow Mural Arts Program. Brian?
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby approve the request by Scranton Tomorrow for the Downtown Mural Arts Program for a mural on Penn Avenue that pays homage to the Scranton's history of vaudeville. Funding will come from the reallocation of $6,000 from the 2020 Scranton Tomorrow Bike Race that was postponed, plus an additional $4,000 from Arts and Cultural. Adopted at a regular meeting, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner, here to speak upon that is our Director of Arts and Cultural, Ms. Maureen McGuigan.
Hi,
Thank
Maureen.
you.
Morning.
Everybody, good morning. So yeah, we're excited about this project. As you know, COVID-19 has really kind of shifted the arts world that I've talked about. So Scranton Tomorrow started a really successful bike race and community festival back in 2019. But due to the current pandemic, that won't happen until 2022. So rather than have the money just sit there and not benefit the community, we thought this was a great opportunity to put some public art downtown. They had other investments from businesses in the chamber. So we allowed them to reallocate the funds, and we made up the the remaining funds of 4,000. It's going to be a mural that pays homage to our vaudeville history, which maybe people don't realize. It's by Joel Carson Jones, who's a Marywood graduate. So we're very excited about this project.
Does anyone have any questions for Maureen?
Nope.
No, it's actually great that Maureen is continuing to try to do as much as she can under these difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
And people need to realize how important the arts and are to the economic development driving force in Lackawanna County. And we really
murals are very popular. Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you for the commissioners for also believing this and all our community people who are adapting. But this is going to be a really big 32 by 75 at 324 Penn. So we're excited for everyone to see it.
Yeah, it's actually a beautiful piece of art.
Yeah, I really like it. It's a dancer on a tightrope, again, paying homage to that 1920s vaudeville era in Scranton.
We've got to embrace that that community, and we have to work hard to try to make sure that they are appreciated as they should be.
Okay, does anyone else have any questions for Maureen?
Nope.
Do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-0075?
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Maureen, you're sticking around for the next one.
Yep.
Resolution 21-0076, approving a Scranton Ballet Art in the Park event. Brian.
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby approve the request by the Scranton Ballet Theater for an Art in the Park event in May at Covington Park for a ballet performance in conjunction with the Northeastern Pennsylvania Philharmonic. $6,500 to come from Arts and Culture. Adopted at the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner, here to speak upon that is also Director Wiggin.
So again, this is kind of an innovative response to COVID. Art in the Park we've had for years. It's mostly focused on visual art with children, but attracts large crowds. So this summer, as things are lightening up, we thought performances would be a good way to go that are socially distanced, but this will be a great opportunity for free to see one of our professional ballet companies, and also combining with the Philharmonic. It really celebrates art, it supports our artists, and it's going to be a Covington Township, which part of our mission is also Art in the Park is to promote visiting our other beautiful parks. So this is a really, I think, cool partnership with two of our arts groups.
Thank you.
Any questions for Maureen?
Oh,
Having said that, do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-0076?
motion.
Second. Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thanks, Maureen.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a great
you,
day.
Thanks, Mark.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Too.
You too.
Resolution 21-0081, ratifying an intergovernmental agreement. Brian?
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby ratify an intergovernmental agreement between Sullivan County and Lackawanna County for the purpose of transferring inmates confined in Sullivan County to the jurisdiction of Lackawanna County Correctional System. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. And a commissioner here to speak upon that is the warden of the Lackawanna County Prison, Mr. Tim Betty.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Chief of Staff Jeffers is correct in that we've prepared a memorandum of understanding for Sullivan County and Lackawanna County to hold inmates on behalf of Sullivan County. Just for everyone's knowledge, the Sullivan County is one of the few counties in the state that does not have a facility, and it's a relatively small population-wise county, and I don't anticipate a lot of individuals because I believe the population of the entire county is just under 7,000 people. You know, maybe a couple people at one time. I don't see it being a big deal. We have several hundred beds open that are open right now. And part of the deal would be that they would provide COVID-19 testing prior to bringing someone here. Of course, that someone would have to be negative with the test.
And we're way below our population, the maximum capacity, right? We're only around 600.
Right. Today, actually, we're at 584 and we have 1,183 beds total. So we're at about 50% capacity.
Does anyone have any questions for Tim? Okay, do I have a motion to approve resolution 21-0081?
Motion.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Tim. See you later.
Thank you.
Resolution 21-0078, appointment to the Workforce Development Board.
Be it
Brian?
resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby amend the title of the following individual on the Workforce Developmental Board. John Blake, member, representative of U.S. Representative Matthew Cartwright, term to continue and expire on May 31st, 2022. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Commissioners, all we're doing here is changing Mr. Blake's title, as you all are aware. Mr. Blake was a senator on our Workforce Development Board for Pennsylvania. He has since resigned from that seat and is now a member of U.S. Congressman Matt Cartwright's team, and he wishes to stay on the Workforce Development Board, and we would like him to stay on the Workforce Development Board. So it's just a reconfiguration of his title.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve 21-0078?
Motion.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 21-0079, appointments to the Conservation District Board.
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby reappoint the following individuals to the Lackawanna County Conservation District Board. Commissioner Chris Shermack, 123 Wyoming Avenue, Scranton, for a one-year term effective immediately and to expire December 31st, 2021. Dr. Jay Clymer, 210 Melrose Avenue, Clark Summit, a four-year term effective immediately and to expire December 31st, 2024. Tom Molesky, 109 Woodruff Lane, Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania, a four-year term effective immediately and to expire December 31st, 2024. And Louis Peregrine, 1515 Fairview Road, Clark Summit, a four-year term effective immediately and to expire December 31st, 2024. Be it further resolved, the Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby appoint the following individuals to the Lackawanna County Conservation District Board. Elena Roberts, 10 Mink Lane, Scott Township, a four-year term immediately and to expire December 31st, 2024. Adopted as regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on March 17th, 2021. Madam Commissioner, here to speak about that or answer any questions is our Deputy Chief of Staff, Ms. Tracy Hart.
Hi. So this office sent out letters to the 5 nominating agencies as per the State Conservation District, and we received a letter from the Countryside Conservancy, and they were reaffirming Mr. Peregrine, Mr. Clymer, and Mr. Maluski as they all wanted to stay on the board. One of the gentlemen moved away, so he could no longer serve on the Conservation District, so we needed a new name to be submitted, and Jerry Stiles, who heads our Conservation District, he works hand in hand with Elena Roberts, so he is already familiar with her, the woman that the Countryside Conservancy is recommending, so he is pleased with who they are recommending.
Tracy, Commissioner Shermack served on this board last year, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions for Tracy? Okay, do I have a motion to approve 21-0079?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Well, I don't know if I can second that if I'm.
I know. You know, never mind. I'll second that.
Okay.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opportunity for the public to address the board. Trace?
Yes, we have 4 emails today. The first one is from Emily Davis of Scranton. She says, I am a senior and I feel totally left behind because I have been pushed to the end of the line in order to be able to get the COVID vaccine. Even though many of my generation are dying daily, some of them are totally alone. The joke is pretty much on all of us because when we call for help, when we call the 211 number, we receive no calls back. We are not able to schedule appointments. The phone lines self-destruct and cut us off. Is Lackawanna County going to be able, when is Lackawanna County going to be able to make vaccines available to older folks? New Jersey is using the National Guard in order to vaccinate. My sister within 2 days was able to get an appointment and was vaccinated. This is a crime against the most vulnerable portions of our population. How do school teachers manage to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine earmarked solely to them? Why can't seniors go to the front of the line and receive the vaccine without any hassle? School teachers have a union that represents them vigorously. Older folks are seen as people who are not worth fighting for generally in this society. That is evident when the numbers of seniors who, through no fault of their own, have contracted COVID and died, for most part alone. I am calling on seniors to unite and demand that we be treated immediately. This vaccination site in Luzerne County that was broadcast on the 7th turned out to be a joke because there was no vaccine available because every single one of those shots had already been reserved the previous week for others. Everyone, please contact your representatives. How many more seniors are expendable?
I just want to comment quickly that I disagree. We clearly do not feel that the elderly or the senior residents of Lackawanna County are any less important than anyone else. In fact, we have been working tirelessly at this event, with regard to vaccinations. And for that reason, I'm going to turn over our spearhead on the project of trying to get out everything done, which is Brian Jeffers. Why don't you explain what's going on?
Madam Commissioner, there's also going to be another email right after this discussion, the same question. So I'll answer it now for both emails. Number one, first of all, we will reach out to both of these writers personally and talk to them about getting their appointments.
You want to wait and let her read the second email so then you can respond to both?
That's fine. Tracy, you want to read this one?
Why don't you do that, Trace?
The next one is from Eugene Dubinsky, from Royenbrook Township. Dear Commissioners, it is still very hard and frustrating to get on the COVID vaccination list. I would like for you to consider starting up a COVID 24-hour marathon like some TV stations do for charities. You could set up a bank of phones, maybe at the University of Scranton, and ask the students to man the phones. They would take the names and info and add them to their list according to the time that they were received. The county would require all pharmacies and healthcare providers to notify them when and how many doses they received. Then the county would give the names on their lists. The pharmacies would benefit by not having to answer all the calls that they are getting. If you have enough phones, you would probably be able to get all eligible people over 65 signed up in a couple of days. You could then start it all up again when people become eligible. Thank you for considering my suggestion.
Okay, so we will definitely reach out to Ms. Davis and Mr. Dubinsky. Let me start with saying the 211 line. When we presented that to the public, and it is still in effect right now, there was an overwhelming support and call-ins on that to the point where there was about a 30 to 40 minute wait time. Now, the 211 line is manned by multiple individuals. It is a workforce of individuals that are answering the phones, much like a telemarketing bank that Mr. Dubinsky is referring to. But they are caseworkers. So they're not just taking your name and your number down and moving forward to the next person. They're going through your symptoms, they're going through your health problems and your ages and all that kind of stuff. And they are getting them onto lists. As of yesterday, the wait time is down between 10 to 15 minutes on the 211 line. There was a shortage of vaccine in the month of February due to getting the second shots for individuals. And therefore, people are in a status quo process. However, vaccines are becoming widely available once again. And our partners, the medical providers and pharmaceutical groups, are having clinics, and they are helping people getting shots more quickly than they were in the past, only because there is now vaccine available. The use of students, we have done that. We have hired students, university students, to go into the pharmacies and help them upload their data and also answer their phones, so their phone lines are not being clogged up. The county is in an agreement, agreement with the Chamber of Commerce, and where we will reimburse Chamber of Commerce for those students and their hourly rates. County has been and will continue to work on a mass vaccination site. We started working on plans for a mass vaccination site in September, and we are pushing every button that we can within the state to get that done. The three commissioners are very vocal on this. While they have allowed me to push some, they are making phone calls on a consistent basis, trying to get this done. I do foresee something happening in April. However, at this moment in time, we do not have any authorization, but we continue to work and fight for not only the county's elderly, but all of its citizens to get the vaccines available to them.
Well, I can tell you, I can feel their pain. You know, nobody in my family has gotten the vaccination. I have not. My parents have been on the phone trying to get through. It's frustrating. And hopefully the state releases more vaccine and we can get this done. So I feel their pain.
Actually,
I'm sorry, but Jerry, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, is that our chief of staff meets with us on a daily basis. And this is a far more complicated process that we share your frustrations. And we are doing everything every single day. Our chief of staff is working tirelessly trying to move forward with the vaccines, and not for any lack of effort on our part or anything that we're not doing that is delaying things. It's just the bureaucracy of it and trying to get everything that we need in our ducks in a row in order to provide the vaccines to the people that need it first, and then, you know, to go through the 1A, 1B, 1C. So it is an ongoing process, and I can assure you that every single day Brian Jeffers is in his office on his whiteboard trying to get stuff done. Jerry?
This is been, you know, it's an issue with the state and receiving the vaccines, and we are prepared to have a mass vaccination site in Lackawanna County. We have to get the approval from the state in order to do it. We work on that daily, and like as Commissioner Dominic said, it's something Brian Jeffers has been working continually and constantly on. It takes up probably 80% of his day. It's never ending, but we can't produce vaccines, and we have to rely on the state to deliver them to us. It seems to get more complicated than it should, and the bureaucracy is more interesting than it should be. But we are prepared. We're ready to go, you know, tomorrow if they allow us to.
If I may,
Sure.
I would like to point out the fact that through our partnership with multiple pharmacies and medical providers, they really are the heroes in this operation. They have done this at the beginning of January, where they have worked tirelessly to get people vaccinated,
Yeah.
and they were without vaccines for a good period of February, where they are now getting vaccines again, where these people will be coming off the 211 list. We are really concentrating on the 211 list at this point in time, because those that were on the pharmaceuticals or pharmacies and the medical providers list has shrunk over time, and now they're expanding out to the 211 list.
And Brian, we are like the fourth most successful county in the state of 67 counties.
That's correct. We are currently ranked fourth in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for the vaccination rate. However, it's still not good enough as far as
No, it's not.
everybody else is concerned. But I do want to put a shout out to all of our pharmaceutical partners and our medical provider partners. And we just got another one this week. The family pharmacies in the upper part of the county has 4 different operations going, and they've partnered with us also for the 211 system. And we're looking forward to working with them, along with the 7 other ones that we've been working with. So because of them And not really because of me by any means, but because of them. They're the ones that are getting the shots into people's arms and have been doing it diligently and really working their fingers to the bone to get this taken care of.
And our area agency on aging has been going into high rises and nursing homes. And if
We
they had
are.
the opportunity to receive the vaccines, more would have been done. Is that correct?
Well, yes, 13.
Anything else?
We have 23 living the buildings done at this point in time, but we still have about 30 or 40 to go. So we have 23 down and we have about 30, 35, somewhere in that range to go. And the most of them have dates. And once again, it's because of the partners we're talking about here, going into these facilities and into these buildings and getting those who want to be vaccinated.
And again, I don't want anyone to underestimate the effort that Brian Jeffers and our staff and Jason Kavulich and our entire staff, Tracy Hart, has put into this. This is, we're going to nursing homes. We're going to high rises. If they give us vaccines, we'll get them done sooner. And that's the issue. And Brian, you've been doing a great job, and Tracy and everyone. We really appreciate your work and your effort. And it's frustrating under the circumstances, but we're doing what we can do under the circumstances.
I believe you have more emails.
Yes.
Number three.
Number three is easy. I could just respond to them, but I wanted to read it out loud. It's from Marianne Acker. She just requested, I would like the individual email addresses to contact each of the county commissioners. So I will send her an email. And the last one is from Ray Baldino. She says, UCP of Northeastern Pennsylvania would like to thank the Lackawanna County Commissioners for their Go Green on March 25th proclamation supporting Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day and UCP of NEPA. We are grateful for you sharing this information with our entire community, as it is vital to have community support to help raise awareness. Even buildings can and are lighting up green, plus it costs nothing to participate. Will the county commissioners and their teams be going green on March 25th? Gratefully and thank you, Ray Baldino. And that's it.
Commissioners, other business. Jerry, do you have anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Chris,
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Stay safe.
anything else? Okay. From my end, I am going to be trying to set up another blood drive since the Red Cross is still in need of it. I'll let everybody know the date and time once that's done. And if we have nothing else, do I have a motion for adjournment of today's meeting?
Motion.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's.